Hello and welcome to episode 13 in our Pokemon Green playthrough. Last episode seen us obviously acquire our orange badge, also known as the Thunder badge, as we do see by our little graphic in the top right, and lovely new addition. We do see our Pokemon gain a few levels, most of which nearly level 20 now. Some at 21, our Kadabra being one of them. Definitely making progress now on becoming stronger Pokemon. But yeah, to begin this episode, we will be heading out. We will be quickly covering Highway 11 or Route 11, but first of all, we're going to grab ourselves a couple of potions. We do now have 10,500. We'll grab a handful for now. We will get, spend around 7,000. Should be enough, should be plenty for the future. Not really too fussed on getting too much else. It's propaganda sheets to notice. Recently on the way 12 at the place where Sleepy Pet haunts. It also has the condition unable to be passed under the condition. Okay. So 12 is just after 11, so we will be taking a peek down there once we do progress through this next section. What did I say at the end there? Sorry. People who go to Light Blue Town pass through the Tunnel of Rock Mountain. Okay, so instead of going this way, it says the best way to go through is through the Rock Tunnel. This being the cave of Diguders, or Digletts cave as it's known. We will be coming back to this after we finish off this route, but this route being a lot of trainers, what I will do is speed through this as usual, and I'll see you at the end once we've got through the grind. So I just seen there we do see a Magneton and a Vulpix for the first time, but finishing up Highway 11 we head across this way. Aster Town ahead. Fortune telling, divine name of pet, the 8 diagrams. You can re-give pet a better name, so there's a name rater in Aster. But if we head upstairs, this guy's looking for a Nidorina. I can change it for a Nidorino. Not something we quite want to do. We do have both available in this game, so it's kind of pointless. But if we speak to this guy's Professor Oak's aide, and if we have 30 Pokemon caught, it gives us what's called a booster. If I remember correctly, I do think that's an experience share. But unfortunately at the moment we've only caught 26 types, which is still a lot for this moment in the kind of playthrough, if you like. But we will continue on to Route 12. But we do see it is blocked by none other than a Snorlax. It doesn't wake up, so obviously we can't get past. So we have to head back through. Now there is one Pokemon that we did want to catch that we haven't seen, so we will just kind of walk through and see if we do see it. The Spearow will not be the one we're looking for, unfortunately. Kadabra looking very, very strong at level 22 now. And we do find it just before heading out. We do see a Silip, also known as Drowsy. This is obviously the first point we do see this and are able to catch it in the game. So definitely worth doing. If you are a fan of the Drowsy Hypno line, I know a lot of people do really love Hypno. And if you're not keen on doing the grind with the Abra to Kadabra, then definitely Drowsy is going to be an option, and you can obviously pick him up a lot earlier than we have at this point. We do catch him first try as well. Yeah, our Pokemon are quite weak, so we won't go in Diglett Cave just yet. We'll quickly head back to the Pokemon Center and just heal up, and then we'll head on through Diglett Cave. Now, being called Diglett Cave, we can assume there's going to be a Diglett in there, which we will need to catch, and that'll bring our Pokemon up to 28. Which means we still need to get 2 more to get what that guy was offering us. So if you really wanted the experience share at this point, you could level up, say, a Weedle, if you haven't already done so, and that'll give you 2 evolutions relatively quickly. That'll give you obviously the Kakuna and the Beedrill. So definitely worth doing if you wanted that at this point. I'm not too fussed on it. I'll probably pick it up later on in the series. I'm frightened. This long cave is dug by Diguders. Okay, so this can be a little bit tedious to get through because, as we see, there is a lot of encounters as we go through. One of them being a Diglett. Level 17, so quite a decent strength at this point. If you are struggling with the 3rd gym leader, definitely worth picking up a Diglett and teaching it the dig that we got as we exited Cerulean. I think that's kind of how the game intended the 3rd gym leader to go down. Can we get it first try? Lovely, we do. So we do have a Diglett now. Definitely quite a strong addition, good one to have. It's definitely a good Pokemon to play through with. Possibly one we might do in the future. As you do see a second one quite quickly after. And with only our second encounter ever in Digletts game, we do run into a Pipel, also known as Dugtrio. And if you do find a Dugtrio, and as you can see from this, it is very, very strong. It's a level 29 Dugtrio. So if you can catch this early on, you're going to have a very, very easy time. And the third gym badge, you kind of use a couple of sand attacks and just, it takes a little bit off. Us being level 20 should be able to reasonably do it, and we get a critical hit as well. Awesome. I think, yeah, you got the growl, so that's definitely going to allow us to at least get one more. So yeah, our attacks are quite weak now, which is pretty good for us, to be honest. We can definitely do one more. Right, we are in red health now. So we will have an attempt. We do have 14 chances to catch it. And it's straight back out again. Shows you how difficult this Pokemon actually is to catch. Obviously being very, very overpowered at this point in the game. Still confused as to why they ever put Dugtrio in at this level. But we will try and get the Paralyze on Dugtrio just to make it slightly easier to catch as he goes underground. Unfortunately, don't get it on the second attempt. Hopefully, he doesn't dig, which he doesn't. And we do get it on the third attempt. Nice. So this should hopefully give us a fighting chance of actually catching it now. One straight out again. This may take a few Pokeballs. We'll keep trying that. Third attempt, third time lucky. No, not third time, not very lucky. Straight back out as well. And the fourth time is straight back out as well. We might not be able to catch this. We might not have enough Pokeballs. It being so strong, it's going to be very hard to catch. I don't think. Oh, we do have a Great Ball. And we do get it with a Great Ball first time. Awesome. Yeah, that was the Great Ball we picked up on SSN in the kitchen area, in the very bottom right trash can. We managed to find one in there. Awesome, awesome little addition. If you want a little bit of an easier time, definitely worth putting that one in, but we are going to continue with the ones that we have for now because we do have a plan for them. A level 20 Diglett. So you could even put this straight into your team. If you catch this just as you come into Vermilion City. Nice critical hit, a one shot there on a level 20 Diglett. That's huge. Could really make a big difference. You'll normally find this with the first few generations of games though. They will always implement a Pokemon in just before the gym badge that is kind of super effective against the type. As we do come out, here is the cave of Diguders, so it just tells us that it's there. Thanks very much. You will kind of recognise this area from one of our earlier episodes. Or maybe you don't, but we will at the end kind of show you where this is if you don't recognise it already. But that there is the entrance to Dark Grey City or Pewter City. And in this room so it's not this guy. There is a trade available here for Abra. If you wanted to trade Abra, and I believe it's for Jinx. It's called Table in this, but I do believe it is Jinx. Definitely a cool little addition. Not quite sure how strong Jinx is in the Gen 1 games. Don't believe I've ever actually used it. It's possibly one we could try doing in the future 3 playthroughs that we're going to be doing with the red, blue and yellow. So if you want to pass through Rock Mountain, remember to use Flash Lamp. So this is another one of the assistants that were found, and if we've caught 10 types, which we definitely have caught 10, we get Secret Machine 5, which we will be getting just now. We do have 29 types, so we're actually one away from getting the experience share as well. So we do get that. It was 5, wasn't it? Yes. So again, teaching Flash, normally electric type Pokemon are good to teach it to, so if you do have the Pikachu still, but we do have Kadabra who's able to learn it. We'll teach him that for now. This is going to take up one of his moves, obviously, but I feel like Kadabra only normally uses maybe 1, maybe 2 moves. We do have Seismic Toss. We could get rid of Disable. Obviously Confusion is the one we want to keep, but we could also get rid of Teleport. We'll get rid of Disable because we only really wanted it for that Gym Leader as the strategy if we needed it. Yeah, we'll head down to the bottom of this area because there's a couple of items. We found a makeup, which I do believe is HP up, if I remember right. We'll try this on Kadabra, yeah. So double check. HP up, I think you can use 10 of them in this game and it does give you, between 1 and 3 HP depending on what level your Pokemon is at. Obviously the higher level, the more HP you're going to gain. I guess it works like a percentage. And we do get another Moonstone. So worth noting there. 2 Moonstones now. And if we use Cut on this bottom tree, I'll show you where this area leads out to. So this is obviously the run into Viridian Forest. If you wanted to head back before Viridian Forest for any reason, it's a nice little shortcut in the game to do so. We won't be. We'll be heading back through Digletts Cave now. Because it's not quite the way we want to go, because we don't have to go through Mountain Moon and stuff again. But obviously if you do want to avoid that and want to go back at any point, you can now do it. Just checking what items we did have available there. We'll try and make our way through this tunnel as quickly as possible for the sake of the episode. Definitely a good area though to gain some experience on your flying Pokemon. Any Pokemon that does have wings or is a flying type Pokemon can't be hit by ground type moves in this game. Definitely worth noting. We do reach level 21. We'll swap this out for our Gyarados, see if we can get them all up to level 21. What are the chances we come across another Dugtrio? I think it's about a 5 or 10% spawn rate. It must be a 5% spawn rate. So to get that on the second encounter is crazy, to be honest. It normally does take a little bit in there. Only 2 encounters, sees us out nice and quickly. And this will be the last time we do walk through Vermilion City, also known as Dried Leaf City. We'll heal up really quickly. And this is where, from now on, the game, I wouldn't say it gets easier, but gets more sort of even with the levels. But yeah, if you wanted to, I don't know what we've done with our fishing rod. I don't think we picked it up after the crash. But yeah, anyway, if you wanted to use a fishing rod on this lake, you can do so on that type of lake as well. But yeah, the actual story progression kind of gets a lot more difficult now, knowing where to go, but the levels are easier. Because you're kind of forced to level up. As we come through, we'll be going back towards Cerulean City. Or Cerulean Town, whichever one you prefer. We will be heading through a little shortcut we do find here. Now obviously we couldn't get potions from Vermilion, so definitely worth noting. You can grab some here. Also, if you wanted to grab the bike from the bike shop on the left here, you could do that now. We're not going to do it just now because we don't really need to do it. But we will have to get that at some point. So we'll grab a couple of these while we're here. We've got plenty to get a good amount. Definitely worth coming in handy. Definitely worth coming in handy. Definitely worth getting as they come in handy. You get a couple of insecticides. I think I was actually... I think that was the wrong thing. I was supposed to buy antidotes. I think we've just bought 5 repels. Again, it will heal up really quickly at this Pokemon Center, because if we do lose in our next episode heading through Rock Tunnel, then we will spawn at this Pokemon Center rather than right the way back in Vermilion. Just save ourselves a little bit of time and a little bit of heartache. But yeah, to get to Rock Tunnel to progress to the next town, we do have to head back through this little guy's house. And rather than going straight down at this point, we do take the right here. And we go through this area. But before we do progress into this new route, I will end this episode, save it here. And as always guys, it's been a pleasure. Thanks very much for watching. I always do appreciate all of you that do. Always respond to comments. So yeah, take care guys. Have a good one.